What up, chat? I don't know if this is going to be a disaster or what, but we are going to figure it out. I did something stupid. I forgot about the software inside of PlayStations and Blu-ray players and yada 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 that prevent you from streaming. I totally forgot about that. From streaming the game. And my whole idea was to have a different setup where you had the sound and like I can manipulate the image and we can do something. At least you know kind of where we are, right? So I'm gonna have to move over the chat. Hold on, I got it on a different screen. I'll be able to leave the chat on the screen. I'll be able to watch. We're watching the Blu-ray version. This will be the it shouldn't be a special version. I believe this is the original, but I'm watching the Scream Factory release. I know my steelbook is 4K, but this screen isn't 4K, so it doesn't matter. Basically, the idea here is if you're new, I have another channel where I'm moving my Flaw vs. All reviews to that'll be only for Flaw vs. All review. So I'm going to use, when we have the watch parties for these movies, I'm going to use this as a blueprint when I script the Flaw vs. All review. So we're going to watch this and discuss scenes. If you're familiar with special features and you watch the director commentary, that's basically what these are. I know people ask for the commentary over the movie, but basically we'll do a countdown. You have the movie on hand and press play the same time I do, or maybe you can see a little bit through the mirror. I know reviewers, I don't know how well it did, but reaction people used to do the mirror trick. I'm not really sure, but if we get shut down midstream, that's what happened. If we get shut down, that's a wrap. But I wonder if I can change the chat on. Oh, I can change it on here. Okay, so I might be able to use. I just can't talk, but I can use, not in chat. I can't type. So you'll be able to see the chat, and then you'll be able to see me and hopefully a little bit of reflection so you can see where we are in the movie. Now let me know if you can hear me good and see me good. Man, that is low. Because the only other option, and you guys let me know if this is good or bad, if I plug the headphones into the computer, I can hear myself in the microphone like normal, and the sound will come out of the speakers, but it'll be picked up by the microphone. So you let me know, which do you prefer. I guess I'm going to start it with the headphones on. That means I hear the movie itself alone, but you guys won't hear the movie through the speaker, just to make it kind of cleaner. But I'll see what you guys have to say in chat before we start it. I was going to get started around 8:15. Give it a few minutes to make sure we're all set up. You guys can hear me. You guys can see me. And obviously the picture isn't going to be the clearest, but the idea is you're not watching the movie for the details, but you're kind of seeing which scenes we're talking about when we do discuss it. So, all right. Surprise, surprise, tipster. I'm sorry, trippy hipster. I read that in one word. What did I say, tripster? Wow. Anyhow, let me slide chat over and see what we're talking about.
Saw the Discord earlier. I live 5 minutes from GameStop. I usually go 65%
I've only seen the thing once
digital.
before a couple years ago,
I won't
so I
ever
don't
stop
really remember
buying
much.
disc.
Though, so this would be like watching it for the first time again. That's what's up. Now, if there's mods in the chat, I am gonna, when we start it, I am gonna ask you. Actually, we could do the test right now. I'm gonna ask you to click if you can get ready. I'm gonna ask you to pick a number and put it in chat. I'm going to tell you what number, but as soon as you hear me say the number, put it in chat. I'm going to set a timer, and then this way I'll know how to time it for the delay, because there's going to be like a 20-second delay or so. Wait a minute. What was that? We didn't have a tip come in, right? Did I put the wrong thing on? Oh, that must be for something else. Let me look. That could have been coincidentally for a Doomsday Kingdom. What are we gonna do? No, it says a tip. Chris, thank you very much. What in the world is going on with... Hold on, am I not getting notifications now? I should be. The sound effects are up. I'll test it. We'll work on that in a minute. Hold on. That could also be for, yeah, headphones like it's cleaner. Yeah, because if it's the other way, you guys will hear me and then the muffled sound of the movie through the speakers. So, all right. So if you can, I forgot what I was doing. Okay, if you can, go ahead and any mods. If you're not a mod, you can do it as well. I'm just going to do a little timer real quick to see when we can start it so there's no delay or as little delay as possible. Now, once we start it, if there's like a 2-second delay, if you're like, oh, Ronnie, I'm on this scene, it's just so there's no, because right now there's about a 22-second delay. That way, oh, that's right. I can't hear the tips. I'm going to have to go back and replay it. That way, we can count down the delay so it's instead of 22 seconds, it's only like 3 seconds or so. So mods, anybody, if you don't mind, if you can press the number 7 in chat right now, let me know. Instead of counting in my head, I'm just going to do a little stopwatch. So yeah, I had a tip come in and someone bought 2 copies of Doomsday Kingdom at the same time. That's why it screwed me over. All right, so we had some people that are different far apart. We got between 18 and 22-second delay. So if you can, do it again, mods, but right now press the number 7. I'm sorry. Actually, forget that. We're going to do a different one. I had to reset it. Mods, press the number 3. This will give us an average, and then we're good to go. Because we had between 18 and 20-second delay before, so. You want a family dinner? That's what's up. That's odd. That was 16-second delay. Oh yeah, we're running about the same time. Okay, so we got about a 20-second. We're good. So the 20-second delay is going to be about average. It's ranging from 18 to 22. Now we're going to get that close. So what's going to happen is in a minute here, I'm going to skim through the chat to catch up. We're good to go. We're going to start the movie. Hopefully everything works without a hitch and we can get into it. The only thing that's going to mess me up is the sound, but I can do that on my own over here. Now, when I say start, the timer will go, and then you guys will be hitting start at the same time. I will be here in real time, avoiding that 20-second delay. So let me double check with the chat. I want to pull this up too for Stream Elements because I had this guy got 2 copies of Doomsday Kingdom. Let me move to that. Hold on. Let me and then let me play Slizzle's chat since I missed it. Here we go, Slizzle. Saw the Discord earlier. I live 5 minutes from GameStop. I usually go
Saw the
65
Discord
disc,
earlier.
35
I live
digital.
5
Won't
minutes
stop
from
buying discs.
GameStop. I
Yeah,
usually
in Discord
go
we were talking about
65% disc,
discs,
35% digital. I won't ever stop buying
someone had
discs.
mentioned discs will probably go away completely in 10 years. And I do think that the big companies are definitely pushing away from discs, absolutely. However, I think they'll always be around. And the reason for that is because we're seeing vinyl coming back now. We're seeing a lot of stuff coming back that is... let me get Slizzle up here on the top tip real quick. And even if they do go away, there's always going to be someone that's going to capitalize on the fact that we want. So you might be a niche market, but someone will capitalize. Where's the $sign, bro? Someone will capitalize on that. All right, there we go. We're done. 690. Bam. Thank you very much, Slizzle, for the support. Helps out big. We're going to get started now. So if anyone wants to throw a tip in, we have a link in the pin to the comment section, or you could do the super chat. But I will say last thing about the physical is, for example, let's say that they say the big companies say we're only doing digital rentals and physical and blah, blah, blah. The reason I do physical is because Stranger Things is the number one. I had no interest to buy Stranger Things or anything that's on Netflix because you're probably going to get it. But then you're probably going to always have a way to watch Netflix, I should say. But then real quick, short story, we had some kind of interruption with the service. I forget what it was. And me and my daughter had a movie night to watch Stranger Things that night specifically. And we were both in the mood and it was kind of like a disappointment, but we watched something else. And then I went and specifically bought Stranger Things season 1 and 2 on Blu-ray when they came out with them. And we ended up having the movie night later. When I watched Stranger Things on Blu-ray, I tell you what, any Netflix show I love, HBO, whatever, I don't give a shit. I will get it on physical. The picture quality, even if you're running it on streaming 4K, because the big companies, if they're having an issue, they'll compress everyone's you might be paying for 4K, but they can control that whenever they want. They could go, you know what? I tell you what. We're having a little problem with the service. We're gonna crunch everyone's and compress everyone's. So you're paying for 4K, but you might not get 4K. 3 days out of the month, a week out of the month. And what are you gonna do? Cancel service. By that time, everyone's gonna have it on lockdown. So the point is, for me, especially for movies I love, it is physical because the picture quality is unbeatable. Even when you're streaming in 4K, you see a bit of a dip. And when I saw how beautiful the show looked on Blu-ray, it was a wrap. All right, I appreciate the support. If you can tip, you can tip. If you can't, I appreciate it. Phantom Knight. But we're going to get started now, so I'm going to set the timer. We're going to time it at 20 seconds. You guys don't have to do anything except for when I say play or start now, that's when you start it. So we're going to get started with the movie. Here we go. Anything last minute anyone wants to say? Let me double check before we get started. Oh, you love to stay, but you're at a family dinner. Well, go have fun at your family dinner. You can always watch back if you're interested to see what we're talking about for the movie. The Thing still holds up in the effects department. Oh, The Thing definitely holds up. I don't see any thoughts to switch or change or update or correct, so I think we might be pretty good. Let's get started now. Picture on Blu-ray is better still. Future, who knows? Also, buying Blu-ray helps supporting the movie better. Yeah, I'm down for always having it. Oh, that's my remark, my final remark. Let's say they cut out. They want to do all streaming. You know damn well people like me, you, a handful of others, we want physical enough to make it profitable, because the reason why for the bigger companies, if they trim their customer base, it's not as profitable for them only because other areas are more profitable for them. So the idea is that's why you see smaller companies fill in the gaps where the bigger companies can't do that, especially when it comes to paperwork and all this other shit. Like a big company's a big boat that needs to slowly shift. Small company can, oh wait, you got an emergency order, boom, we're going to come in, pave your driveway, we're in it, we're out, we're done. Whereas a bigger company, with everything locked in place, it might take them a while. So for me, if they ever get rid of physical, I'll open up my own thing. We're going to license out movies and we'll have special cases. You know what I mean? I guarantee people would buy it then, because you can get the movie with maybe some neat stuff with it. It'll be awesome. But anyhow, pay attention because we're about to start the movie now. I'm going to let you, well, not yet. When I say play, that's when you hit play. All right. Yeah, all right. I think we got it. Let me take a sip. I think we got it. All right. Remember, when I say play. Yeah, The Thing is one of my all-time favorites. All right. Ready? And play. Thing is definitely one of my all-time favorites for sure. Oh, wait, hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. You don't finish work for another 40? Hold on a second. Before we get into this, I would like to do, if these do good, I would like to do them often when we do Flaw vs. All, because then I can do my Flaw vs. All viewing here. But let me just, my brain just fried thinking, wait a minute, did I do that right? Because I'm going to say hit play, and then I'm going to wait 20 seconds. And then by that time, you guys will hear me say play, and then I'll play it in real time. But how would that work? Because then I'm going to be sitting for 20 seconds while your movie is going for... Let's try it and see.
Why don't we just wait here for a little while?
See what happens.
See what happens.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Dylan Scott, for the super chat. We are going to test that out because that has to be it, but I just feel weird waiting in 20 seconds. All right. So you ready to play your movie? Hit play now. Yeah, the thing's a true masterpiece like a motherfucker. The YouTube delay is 20 seconds. No, Mike, if you flip it, it won't. Oh, shit. If you flip it, that doesn't cover you. I hope everyone was starting from a Blu-ray menu. I should have, bro, it's going to be all screwed up because I was just thinking about it. If you have it digital and you just hit play right as the movie started, your movie's going to start right away. But if you're on a Blu-ray menu, it might, you know. No, Walker, I know that definitely won't work. Because think about it. I'm 20 seconds in the future. So if I say play and hit play at the same time, I'm now 40 seconds ahead of you. Because there's that 20-second delay. You know what I mean? You screwed yours up. Hopefully the mirror is going to be the saving grace. Because you guys can see at least the mirror quality where we're at. That has to be it. Again, we're at 20-second delay. So if I say go, there's 20 seconds before you hear go. So if I say go and wait 20 seconds and hit play, that means that when you're hitting play, I'm hitting play in real time. You know what I'm saying? So again, there's still a delay theoretically. However, when we're... Yeah, that delay is still going to bonus though. But we should be seeing the flying saucer at the same time. You get me? I don't know. Maybe I fucked it up. Now, Trippy Hipster, that doesn't make sense. They can't be synced with me and not me and my video and not with theirs. You get me? I don't know. Where are you guys at in your movie? Yeah, we're close enough in sync. Like I said, there's a 20-second delay. As long as you guys are within a few seconds, that's all we need. Because a 20-second would have just been crazy. You know? We did that before, and it was like weird. Because we'd be talking about a part, and someone would be talking about a part that passed by like a minute, 45 seconds ago, and it's like, wait, what? Good, the mirror's helping out. You're seeing snow? I might have to turn mine up. It's pretty crazy. Crazy low. Yo, with the headphones on, you can actually hear the the distortion in the audio tracks for where they had to mix it. When you start doing editing and you start hearing little things that it's an indication of maybe a mix that wasn't so smoothly done, it's weird picking that up now, you know? You're good now? Okay. We got 40 some people, I think, on my screen watching it together. The newer movies will probably do a little better, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, the dog. I love these dogs, man. These huskies are friggin' beautiful. My neighbor had one. This one doesn't have the blue eyes. I don't know the differences. All I know is huskies are gorgeous. And being a dog lover, when you kick it off, you got a dog running a helicopter, there's immediate interest. Let me shut that off. And then he's going to shoot the dog, and it's like, wait, hold the fuck on. What? They did a good job with piquing your curiosity. Think about it. This whole intro is a curiosity bomb. Dog, scared running away, helicopter, crazy guy shooting at him. Then you hit a research station, and that's all crazy. We don't see a lot of Alaskan research stations. You know what I'm saying? Even in movies, it's not the most common. And then knowing that they're Norwegians, some other shit happened with them. Just a good... This is the mystery box that J.J. Abrams talks about, done properly. He just goes, I got a question. And even he doesn't even know what the fuck he's doing. All right, let me see. Audio. Volume. Yeah, I don't know why my volume's so low. And then we got Mac. Oh, I should have pulled out my... If you look... Wait. For the win! I grabbed it for the background when we did the flaw and all. Hopefully by then we can have a camera on for the intro. That's what this was for. Here's one thing I don't like, though. Why would he do this? Come on. Like, I get it. You want to show a little bit of his hot temper. But come on. He's out in the middle of nowhere. He's going to destroy it? Come on. I don't know. That's too much. The liquor stores are going to be open tomorrow for you? Why wouldn't they be? No, I wish I could pause it and explain it. No, Trippy Hipster, you're not waiting 20 seconds to start it. That's not at all. If anyone did that, that's not at all what I meant. Like, forget about waiting. All I say is, I shouldn't even tell you what I'm doing behind the scenes. All I say is you play it now. That's it. That's all you need to know. The minute you hear that, you hit play. Because then behind the scenes, I'm waiting 20 seconds and hitting play. So if it takes 20 seconds to get to you and I hit play the same moment you hit play, the whole idea is we're closely synced. That's it, you know? And theoretically, we should be if we did it that way without anyone. Like, you guys should not be waiting 20 seconds. Oh, well, I see what you mean, though. Well, now I think I just screwed up my head, too. I think I need to pull out the whiteboard because now I'm thinking, how would that work? No, yeah, that does line up. That does line up because yeah, that does line up. For a minute there, I thought I was crazy, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that, Mike. If I was to stop every scene and then we can discuss it, I'll be real with you. I wouldn't even do a watch party. I would just move right on to my flaw versus saw because that's like where my that's what I want to do. I love this, but I would rather do the flaw and all because stopping the movie every 15 minutes would probably get eat up, be like a 5 hour stream. You get what I'm saying? Thank you, Soft Batch. It sounds weird because I'm telling you guys there's a 20-second delay, but again, that has nothing to do with it. It's just you guys start it when I say start, and don't worry about it because the delay's on my back end. So I'm waiting in a different, you know what I mean? Hey, he's fucking not shot, and he's like, just give me some liquor, bro. There's a duality that's going on here. If you listen to it and you're in the moment, there's just nothing going on. Like he walks out and he's putting his coat on. There's no music hyping it up. You don't even hear the background of the others running. Or, I mean, nowadays they probably would have had like this being like weirdly rushed, like hectic, you know. And it is a hectic scene, but I think Carpenter may have even accidentally given it that very isolated, even with something hectic going on. Like it's just that quietness. Those little moments, very you wouldn't even think about it normally if you weren't breaking it down. But I love that aspect of this beginning. There's Kurt Russell, the fucking man. I don't know why. For me, it's just low in my. There we go. Just stares at him like, well, it sounds like a good idea. Damn, he got blasted. You guys can see that pretty good, huh? Huh. How many in chat would be able to do that type of job out there? Yeah, the music fits nice. No, this doesn't take place in Norway. The people are Norwegian that that were shooting at the dog. This takes place in Alaska. I have one of those NECA McCready figures. It's incredible to see like what kind of work they put into it for essentially like a $30. It's a toy, right? But I don't know, man. The work they do is fantastic. Like you look at them and it's like you have a little McCready on the shelf. It's awesome. I can't wait till they release the monsters. Yeah, it's interesting how just panning down, kicking in that beat a little bit, you can manipulate the audience into not even it's not even manipulating, it's just you can lead the audience into going, I wasn't thinking about the dog anymore, but now I'm thinking the fucking dog, what's up with that dog. Guy's probably right off screen giving him a treat. Oh, the story's in Antarctic. That's right. That's right. Thanks, Ian. They filmed in Alaska. In the story is Antarctic. Your dad killed a German Shepherd. Well, that's random. How long the thing took to shoot and edit? A lot faster than you may realize. A lot. If you look at what they're doing for movies nowadays, holy fuck, man. And I'm pretty sure this was um I don't want to say. I'd have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure they even had complications too, especially with weather. And I believe there was like a whiteout once. It's been a while since I watched behind the scenes, but when you hear about how crazy it was to film some of these and then you compare it to some of the shit they're doing nowadays, it's like, man, nowadays it feels like they're just wasting money. This I don't like. The Shadow is a someone who's not even a character on screen. What they did is they took a shadow of someone that was in the crew and they used that so you didn't know who got infected first. Now, for a one-off experience in the theater, I see why they justify the trick there. But when it comes to certain things, I'm like a in-world purist, where if that's the rules of the world, and if it has to, you can't break the rules of the world. That's why people go, but there's zombies. Who cares about rules? But you always have rules in the world. It's called rules of the world. You have zombies, but Daryl Dixon can't fly because that would be stupid. And here, I just don't like the idea that when you see it, it's noticeably a shadow of someone that's not in the cabin. You can look at that and go, yep, it's not that fat, pudgy guy. It's not the skinny doper. The hair's totally different. It's not the guy on the radio. You know what I mean? I see how they justify it, but and how many minutes in are we? Right here is where I think they try to go around 20 minutes until you hit something where it's like the big dun dun. Well, this is their big moment where, in theory, this should pique your interest and hook you. I was hooked. I was like, oh shit. A mystery outpost that got all fucked up. It's like a slasher movie. I don't know if that blood would have made it all the way out there. Yeah, this was gnarly. This is a good way to kick off a mystery. Look at that. Almost decapitated himself. Shit. Or did he? If you were out in the middle of there and you saw that, man, listen. Storm or no storm, I'm taking that helicopter out of there. Nah, you probably wouldn't make it anywhere. Who's misogynistic? Why? What'd he say? Where's my oh, there it is. Oh, they should remake this with 12 women. They better not go anywhere near this. What's up, Goofballs Deep? Thank you very much. That's got to be such a cool experience, though. Be Kurt Russell in the moment. You're standing there, you're filming, it's a work day, you know? And that scene that you filmed has now become like the iconic entrance for fans to watch as, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just so cool. Because again, this isn't CGI. They built this whole fucking room, and like, this was a legit set. That's why it looks so damn cool. Even when they're dated, they just have like such a charm to them. I'm practical effects all the way. Use CGI when needs be for special effects, yeah, but man, the practical, you can't beat it. Oh wait, is this the two-headed, the Melt Man? I like that too. Leave it off to the side, tease the audience that something gnarly is coming, and then we're gonna see it coming up. I'm not sure what movie you guys are talking about there. Phantom Knight says, Ronnie, how did he slice his wrists and his throat? Well, sets it up like he was so terrified, you know, he killed himself and almost decapitated himself. But also, it's so over the top that it kind of leaves it questionable. Like there's the ambiguity there. See, and now we get like a better reveal. That is wicked. But the prequel goes ahead and shows it, and it kind of takes it away though, because I don't know. The prequel wasn't so good. This is nasty. Again, this is all practical effects, and it's so fucking disgusting. Watch some of the newer movies with the special effects, and they just don't hold up the same. Not even close, man. Look how nasty this is. As gross as it is, it would be so cool to have like a life size, just the head. You don't need that whole nasty body, but just the head. Um, Maybe on like a bus. You'll see the twisted head. This is so fucking awesome. Who's hot? Kurt Russell? I haven't seen this. Didn't realize how hot. Oh, Kurt Russell is. That's a man right there. That is like. There's not many men I'm jealous of. if I can, you know, I'd probably be Kurt Russell. Look at that. Look how fucking cool that is. We just go from the monster to the dog. Fucking nice. Is that a Playboy? He just reads the articles. Oh. Photo play? What? That guy reminds me of Jaws. Tell me he doesn't. What's his name? Oh my god, I know his name. Um, oh, come on. The shark expert guy. Not the hunter, the other guy. I know his fucking name. Look at that, man. I think this is like a map. You know how they did those composite? Oh, that would suck having no shows on VHS, man. That's all you got. We should also watch that They Live. That's a classic too. Backdraft was a good one, yeah. Roy Schneider. That's him, yeah. Do I believe in aliens? No. I think it'd be cool, but no. I believe any. I think the only thing we've ever seen is government designed and experimented ships and shit like that. I don't think we had ever aliens show up. I randomly popped up in your feed. I'm doing good, Phil. How you doing? We have a new channel called Flaw vs. All Review, by the way, where we rate and rank movies and shows we love and hate. Check it out. Flaw vs. All. It is amazing how they train the dogs to do some of the shit they do. That silence, man. Just staring at a wall. That's so fucking good. I don't know about you guys. Real quick though, one reason why I love that so much is because like that's an alien. So it comes in and it's staring at a wall. It's just not like it doesn't know how to be a natural chill dog. That one dog has a one blue eye. And now it's like, yep, surrounded. Let's take over. That's fucking sick. You got big ass tongue just hanging there. Some of look at that. Poor dogs. Some of this, though, I believe they filmed it in reverse to get the dogs getting wrapped up. Yeah, it's coming up. Imagine seeing this shit too, on top of everything today. I'd be like, oh, you win. What the fuck would you even do? I wouldn't do that. That's for damn sure. Some of the scenes, though, do feel like it's missing a little. Maybe like a little lead in with an instrument, a little sound effect of that guy just being like, shit, you know? It's weird and pissed off, whatever it is. You guys can't see that, right? Yeah, this movie's the shit. What Kevin Bacon film? Beats CGI hands down. Hands down. There's something about a practical animatronic as well. That instability to it, there's something about that. They filmed that in reverse. I should say they filmed it and then reversed it for the movie. Fake dog looked fake. Still fucking cool though. Yeah, and then it quickly gets into like movie monster territory. That shit is a monster. Look at that. Those eyeballs and shit. Nope. I'm out. Listen, I'm not sure. I know they're afraid of the facility burning down, but there's no way I would be. I wouldn't be like, no, let that shit burn a minute, cause fuck that. But I get it. They don't want to. They don't want a fire to get out of control. And that's what's good with this atmosphere they use, the location. Shit hit the fan. What are we, under a half hour into the movie? Around a half hour, give or take. Oh, Tremors is a classic. We're like what, 30 minutes into the movie and shit has gone from zero to you are fucked. And they are able to do that in a way, what's the word I was looking for? In such a blunt way, because they can't just leave, call the police, fucking call for help. Nope, they are stuck. Look how good that looks after all these years, too. Look at that. Is that a nose? That's definitely teeth. His reaction is incredible. Looks like he's gonna hurl, man. Not really sure why they freeze framed it. They probably ran out of footage. I wouldn't be waving that pencil around and putting it near my fucking mouth, though. Look at that. And that's why it's so blunt, because again, one of the big themes of this is who do you trust, you know? And they've already been hit with all the information. They dug up some shit. They don't have like the footage yet, but they dug up some shit. You know, took in a dog. Dog's taking over the other dog. Boom, they know it all. It's becoming like the dog, so it can become human. This is what they're figuring out now. And then a good next chunk of the movie is who else is an alien? Who did it turn into? You know. And they say it's you're supposed to never know who is infected and not, but in a way you can kind of knock off some of them. Like the doctor here, he's investigating fully in a way where if he was an alien, he wouldn't have. You get me? So I do appreciate that they want you to be suspicious of them all, but sometimes there's ways to narrow it down, which I think is good. Doesn't take away from the movie. You are watching it like 20 fucking times too, you know? So oh yeah, thanks White Panda for the link. Yeah, link is in the chat for the Flower Saw. This is good too. It doesn't just show you the origin of the alien, but uh, at the same time, it is reaffirming, and pounding it in your head. They are trapped. They are out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it's easy to be like, oh yeah, they're out in the middle of nowhere, but to get the reminder with the origin of the alien, it's definitely a good use of the screen time. There it is, U.S. Antarctic Research Program. Yeah, but I think they were in Alaska filming for a few weeks, maybe 2 months. Oh, it might even be like 3 or 4 months. Who's it, Mister? Yeah, Doc puts his probe in his mouth. What the fuck was he thinking? Oh, Assassins is one of my favorite action movies from the 90s. See, this is where it stutters a little because I think they're using a um what you call it to get the look of it, and it doesn't blend well. Um, well, it depends on how you mean that, Mr. Kriegnan. I personally don't watch the movie with that, and I don't. I don't watch the movie with the idea that they're all infected. I don't like that idea at all. Not only that, is it takes away from what the creators even said, because the whole point by the end is the big question mark. And if they're all infected and through the whole movie they're all fighting with each other and they're all um, what you call it, paranoid. Not to drag the idea down, but it just makes the movie kind of stupid. Imagine if they're all infected, they're all an alien. It's like, what are you fighting for? Do they not know it? Why don't they know it? I really dislike that idea. I think I've heard that years ago in one of those things you didn't know about the thing movies, but I don't watch the movie with that in mind. I don't like that idea as a fan. I want his hat. Hell yeah. You should get yourself his hat. See if they make it. I want his pipe. No, wait, that's not a pipe. I thought he was. Oh, yeah, it is. I thought he was smoking one. At least they got a good arcade machine. Oh, that picture ruins it, don't it? If you look at the, I'll have to see because I know the prequel tries to say there was like a team that you didn't see in the photo, and they did a shit job. But I don't know. They really should have done better with that. All they did was remade it. Yeah, see, here's the program that is predicting when everyone will be assimilated. I'm pretty sure that's what it's showing. And I think it gives them a countdown to how long. Yeah, simulation complete. Uh, and then it goes after the others. I think it's like wait, let's just see. So I think it's like a month or something. Or 2 weeks, I forget. 3 days. 24 hours. Probability that one or more are infected, 75%. We already know with that silhouette, though, that someone is infected. Yeah, this is where they do the reconstruction. Now, you're saying the creators only talk about who's transformed, but infection rules were set forth clearly. It's horror, not thriller. I honestly don't even know what you're talking about. Um, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. If you're saying something that's based in science that's outside of what the creators intended, that it's kind of going like outside of art, the artistic expression. That's like trying to debunk zombies in a way, you know? And no, for me, I enjoy this movie with the big question mark. I mean, I won't tell others how to enjoy it, but for me, no, it's they're either infected or they're not, you know? Because again, it's not fun and it's kind of stupid if they're all infected already. There's a great scene coming up, though. $40 below. Imagine that. 40 fucking below. Yeah, Mr. Crane, I don't know what you're saying. You're just saying it's not thriller, it's horror. It's not slasher, it's horror. I don't know if anyone called this a slasher. This isn't a slasher. I think most people on America that even haven't even seen this movie know it's not a slasher. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. We talked about a slasher before, meaning that scene was reminiscent of a slasher. But I appreciate what you're saying and how you view the movie. I personally don't view it like that. I'm not going to waste the whole, time here trying to go back and forth about it, though. But this is a horror movie for you. That's awesome. I disagree on most of what you're saying, but, we can all enjoy it for what it is. That's a beautiful image on Blu-ray, though. That is crisp, and those lights are just fucking blue. They're popping. No, Mr. Korean. All right, this is the last time I'm fucking saying it. The one scene had slasher vibes. You're either young or not listening. I don't know. I'm done with it, though. You come off as the type of person that is telling others how they should view it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. You view it how you want to view it, but you can watch this as a comedy for all I care. I don't give a shit, As long as you love it, I don't care. -40 we see sometime hit in Canada. Oh. -40 would kill me, let alone an alien. Yeah, Mr. Cregan, I'm done. You just took what I said and you keep turning it around. I'm telling you, I don't view the movie that way. You can view it however you want. You don't even need my permission to view it however you want. Have at it. Go have fun. But in a minute, I'm just going to time you out. Yeah, and then you say, no, I'm telling you how I view it. Well, that's fine then. There's no problem. There's no problem. Yeah, that is nasty. But I'm just saying, like, if you're saying it how you view it, it's probably not, it doesn't come off as clean if you say, no, this is how I view it. Hold on. I'm not in the mood for this tonight. Oh, shit. I had to charge that. Oh, I can't even see the thing. Oh, where's my thing? I'm just going to time you out, bro. I'm not in the mood for you're probably like 10 anyway. Oops. And this is wicked too with the sound effects. It got fucking close though. Sometimes I wonder why they rushed into why they show human transformation right now. And I'm thinking that's like the confirmation. Like, this is it right now. Like, this is the moment, right? Because everything before was speculation, right? So this is the moment where it's like, no fucking around. Like, whether you believe in aliens or not, whether you're speculating or not, for the characters, obviously. Like shit has just gone real. Did the alien assimilate a spider at some point to do the spider head? I'm assuming that that I was viewing it as alien planets. So even though it's spider-like, you get me? It has that look, but it might not be a spider. I don't know. Imagine an alien spider that's big, nasty, and fucking crazy. It's been -30. It's no joke. Oh, I can't do -30. I've been in the negatives before in PA, but not no -30 or 40. Yeah, I left it, Phil. I left it. He can come back. He's just timed out. Who gives a fuck? But I'm not going to believe someone say that that's not what they meant when we're talking normally and he kept literally saying, no, this is what it is. This is what it is. Well, then you should just look at how you word things, but it is what it is. Texting has the ability to be real sloppy if you don't look back and realize if you repeat yourself, it's this, it's this, it's this. That's very different from you being like, man, I view this as a romance. I love it because Mac falls in love with the flamethrower. You know? But if you just kept spamming, dude, it's a romance. Dude, it's a romance. I'm going to be like, bro, no, I don't. What? Sound effects was amazing. Just listening to 70s rock, raw, powerful. This scene, the blood test scene, though, was one of the most iconic movie scenes that you can't recapture. It's similar to The Walking Dead getting the hype it did because you can't ever redo the time it came out. She's like, I'm out, man. You caught me. But because think about it, even if you redid it, even though it could look beautiful, be acted incredible, and you do it perfectly, the originality in that scene, even if there was stuff in cinema that was similar, the originality in that. I know in the remake they tried to do the molars and other shit, but. And I do have a question for you: is Blair the underrated hero of this movie? Because Blair is the guy who realized, oh shit, like we are fucked already. We're dead. However, the world, it's like they're out in space and there's a asteroid coming for Earth, and it's their mission to blow themselves up to stop it. Like this guy legit tried to trap it here because he knows there's no hope. He's the unsung hero. He reminds me of my grandpa. You know what's funny? If you think about it, he's probably right on the money. Wilkes-Barre, PA represent, one of only a couple city names. You mean you're from Wilkes-Barre? That's what's up. That was my hometown. Much love to Wilkes-Barre. They really fucked it, though. There's not a lot of production going on. I don't know about now, but. Oh, that's explained now. He got educated in college. No need to say more. You're probably just a liberal pussy. No need to say any more. I get it now. Damn, he almost took that to the face, though. Terrible punch sound effects, man. Terrible. This guy's like, is it over? Great writing, though. If you think about it, that's a way to kick off, the human characters kick off that distrust by making him seemingly go nuts. Kills the dog, traps them there. But in reality, he had a mental break, but his mental break was the hopelessness, total hopelessness. No, Phil. He didn't say sorry. He came in acting like a dick. You can't say, sorry, I didn't mean to offend your expertise. We're all talking about our opinions. And no, I'm not going to pull any punches. He wants to keep. I'm just going to ban him. He just wants to. Because this is different. I could pause it. We can cover our bases and then yada, yada, yada. He wants to interrupt something that can't be paused. He just wants attention. He just came in and said, like, oh, that's what our college class broke the movie. I don't give a fuck what college class says about what. I'm a fan enjoying a movie. That's how I felt. If you guys want to watch and feel differently, you're more than welcome to. But he's just basically admitting that he wants us to view it as a horror and they're all infected because his college class views it as that. I disagree. All right, move on. We're not all going to think like you. No, Mr. Creenan. Your college class, I don't agree with your college class at all. As a fan, you know what I mean? You don't need expertise. I think the thought that they're all infected and they transform is as fucking retarded as it gets. If they're all infected, there's no paranoia. If they're all infected, the ending is ruined. Unless you misinterpreted what your college class said, them all being infected is quite possibly the most destructive and idiotic idea of a movie theory I've possibly heard. It sounds like a college professor that didn't have any good ideas, got nervous, and said, hey, I'll shit this out. Now, I'm done, though. I'm either going to ban him or ignore him, but I'm done. I don't have time for this petty shit. This guy, the guy on the right is I don't know, there's something about him. He's like the perfect example of a forgettable actor. No disrespect to him. And does anyone in chat know if he even did anything else? Maybe I just don't recognize him from something. But he's in here in some of these important scenes, and he's forgettable as a face, as a being. He's just generic, comes off as forgettable, and it's not necessarily the actor's fault totally, I guess, but even when I think of the movie Thing, I forget him completely until he comes back around in the movie. Maybe it's just because he doesn't have like an iconic scene for me. Wait a minute, doesn't he die off screen too? That's a bump. Wait. Now they're ramping up the paranoia. And it's reasonable too. Yeah, I'd be wanting to arm myself too. I would definitely want to arm up. Well, I'm only trying to be straight because I'm not going to beat around the bush if I smell bullshit. I think someone came in pushing their opinions and then backtracked because they kept saying no, we're wrong, and then they were like, no. If you guys want to discuss, could they all be infected? Go for it. Love it. The discussion, the idea, I think, is wildly idiotic because it ruins all of the ambiguity of the ending, which is the biggest. The ambiguity of the ending is like the biggest. What the fuck, Because it's cold. It's as cold as 40 below. If they're all infected, the ending's ruined. If they're all infected, this is ruined. Imagine if they're all infected right now. Dude, what the fuck are they doing? You know what I mean? They're all the alien is one mind. It can be two different people and it's got one mind. It's the hive mind. So if they're all infected, but then saying like, oh wait, they transform, but that's stupid too because they don't transform. The alien absorbs and becomes. You see me? So that's why I think that idea, if that was a real idea from college, is a terrible one. But if someone wants to view the movie as that, you can explain why you enjoy it, and I'll let you enjoy it. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, that's right. I love the discussions. What I think is frustrating is when people force it on you. I think that's why a lot of the college, essays and stuff. I love hearing people's video essays. But if someone were to say, here's a video essay, and that's the only way you can view the movie, you lost me. You lost me. Even when I talk about what I like, I don't expect you guys to like it for the same reasons and believe the same things. Like, I feel Jason Voorhees is alive in Friday Part 1 in a specific way. I've explained that. I don't expect you all to watch it and feel the same way because that's just not, that just goes against art. You shouldn't force someone to love and view something. This is the speech though. Again, if they're all listen to this speech. If they're all infected, this speech, this fucking awesome moment is done. That's why I don't like that idea. Oh, this scene coming up though is every time I watch it, it's like the first time. It is fucking awesome. And I think it's just the uniqueness of it. The flamethrower, the piece of wire metal, uh, was it copper? It doesn't matter. But the spool of wire, the petri dishes, the scalpel, just everything come together. Such a cool scene. And when I'm putting the Flaw vs. All movies together, I love kind of backtracking and seeing where we got to. Because, like, for example, we're about to do the blood test, but the blood test came from the fact that someone, which is the alien, destroyed the blood. But then we go back further from them wanting to understand and figure out and try to maneuver around their predicament. But the doc, one of the guys leading some of the main ideas, lost his shit. Not totally crazy though. He got totally hopeless, and it drove him over the edge to, in theory, save the world. Which you can argue it, but he probably did. You know. And again, you can trace everything back. So the visual real estate on scene is used incredibly well. Each scene giving birth to the next, and each scene having, 2, 3, 4 different purposes. It would be kind of neat to see a little spider head crawl by, though. You gotta be fucking kidding me. You're almost expecting some to go by them. I wonder if they filmed it like that. They probably did. Keep you on edge. That's another trick with filmmaking that I learned just as a fan wanting to edit videos and wanting to do something someday. You can film tense feelings of scenes without jump scares and like bullshit like that. And if you pace it throughout, it has this consistent tension to it. That's why in slashers you'll see they'll show like Jason's feet, like every 10 minutes, Jason's arm, he's watching you. They keep that consistency, bringing it back, bringing it back. It's to kind of like hold that consistent tense vibe. And you can do it with a camera angle where you're like, ooh, is someone behind him? Like even right now, this scene itself just has the lights go out. He's like, wait, what? Like, they're laying it on thick. Hero's journey into cyberspace. I'll take it. Ronnie, is YouTube Studio giving you 0 copyright warnings? Just wondering. I don't know what you mean by that. I get copyright strikes all the time. Not strikes, I'm sorry. I get copyright claims all the time. I don't know what you mean by warnings. Do you mean copyright claims? You don't get warned. That's not how it works. Unless you do, I don't. I get it'll show up and say someone claimed your video. You don't make money, they do. I get that all the time. Whether it's a video game, a movie, other people are always making money off of it. That's why I just got to push for direct support through Patreon or tips or anything. Because I just would never make it. Studios are getting the money, or or it's age restricted, or it's yellow dollar signed. This is nice too because again, they're about to go into the blood testing. However, there's still a bit of camaraderie there. There's still a bit of trust. This moment is like the great splintering within. There's that paranoia. No one's really certain, but they're still like with each other. This moment is going to be that splinter. And they take a character that a lot of us love, which is McCready, and they put him on the outs. But in a way, I love this. He's got the noose hanging. That's dark, but some of it, I don't know. Something about it is fucking funny as shit. Sorry. I don't know why. He's just chilling with a noose. Like, yeah, I thought about it, but I changed my mind. I think he's an alien. Me personally, as I view it, I think right now he's an alien. Or there's another moment. But I think this is it. He's an alien now. Because it fits. Because before he was about trapping them there and saving the world no matter what. But now, if he got assimilated, now the alien's just like, all right, you know what? I got to get around people and yada, yada, yada. Oh, this. That's why the guy's so forgettable. Dude is dead. Look, the glasses. There's got to be a behind the scenes reason for that. Every time we get to this death, I always wonder. Because he lit the candle. Listen. There's got to be a reason. Because it's Maybe he burned himself before it can get to him. I mean, that's a dark thought. However, it's the lamest death in the movie because it's off screen, you know? I don't if YouTube was to strike me for it being in the mirror, it wouldn't be YouTube. It would actually be most likely a manual strike by the company that owns uh it would be Universal, most likely. Universal Studios. Because the way the automated system works is they have an algorithm that can actually pinpoint. Imagine like 1,000 little dots on the screen. It can pinpoint the characters, the movements, and yada yada yada. That's why, like, even if you flip it horizontal, it doesn't work because it can pinpoint, different changes in it. But manual, they could do that. I doubt they would. That'd be insane. Because that'd be insane. That'd be beyond greedy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I started a brand new channel and I got a copyright uploading a Flaw Saw that was clear on my main channel. So I think there's a bit more scrutiny on newer channels than my 100,000. And it's a stupid moment. It's a scene that I talked over, and it was a girl walking to look out a window, but I played it for a few seconds too long, and they claimed it. So I actually have to re-edit my Friday Part 1 for the Flaw Saw to take out that scene specifically. I forgot about this, though, because this is where they lay it on thick. They splinter. He has like a breakdown, the health breakdown. Then they have the blood test pop off. Frank says, I can never tell when Blair gets assimilated, but yeah, he's probably gone there. I like the idea of him being gone there because of how much it's a flip. Like he had his breakdown, but now he's like trying so much to convince them. But he's so calm about it. It's not like he's afraid to be out there, and that's what gets me thinking. Like, I like that idea. I don't know, but yeah, you're right. I think without speculating or watching behind the scenes, if they tell you, oh, look at that, it was a good angle with the doorknob turning. Let's open it. Fucking Kurt Russell isn't human. He's godly. Wow, that's rough, Childs. Childs is great casting for this too. I love Keith. Oh man, Keith David. I almost said fucking something else. What was I thinking of? Who's Keith? Why would I want to say Richards? Who the fuck is Keith Richards? Why does that sound? That's Keith David. Your original channel got deleted for flipping black and white. My football clips and to start a new channel. Yeah, sports they'll come at you hard. Sports is different though. Sports heavily relies on priority day views a lot. Like think about it. You can watch a movie over and over, but sports, you're not going to watch the games over and over. There's a point where viewership dies. So they're really rough about that shit, especially their replays and what they can do with it. Even UFC's like impossible, I hear. Excuse me. Yeah, this moment though forward, having the group splintered, and then having this friction between them though ramps it up because now they do the after this scene they get to the test and then they start rebuilding. Great for pacing. I mean, Keith Richards plays guitar in Rolling Stones. That's okay. That's why the name rang a bell. But yeah, music is terrible for copyright. It's instant. This is fucking awesome, though. You're distracted on the argument, and you're distracted on like. Keep in mind, this is a distraction to get you to look one way, and then boom, the monster attacks. That's why I love this fucking scene so much. Because there's so much going on, and this is why this has become a classic. The practical effects, but they did tight work on the writing, even if it was I don't know, even if it was partially on accident. Some of it just awesome. Look at that, gets his arms eaten. One of my favorite lines is coming up. Damn! Oh man. Now the volume's kicking in. Shit. Look how nasty that is. Oh, it looks so good on Blu-ray. I used to watch this on VHS for those who are wondering a lot. That's how I'd prefer it. I've only watched it like twice on Blu-ray. I just something about VHS. But man, it looks so good. Damn, he's just dragging the head along on it with his tongue. Yeah, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And it's not even Kurt Russell that says it either. That's what gets me. It's that stoner guy. It's like that's his winning line. I wish NECA would make that. If NECA makes a little the spider head, listen. There's people that make custom life-size ones. Oh, it's so cool, but they're expensive. Yeah, look how gross and cool that is. Especially with the mouth just agape. Yeah, right here. Oh yeah, he doesn't say me. You got fucking kidding. And then the face is just looking at them. I don't know, man. I love that shit. Gross, but accidentally hilarious. The little legs. And then like, you gotta be fucking kidding. They turn around, the face is just there. Like, what's up, man? All right, so that was setup. They used that setup to lead into this, but the setup was the big distraction for the guy getting his arms bit off. That's what I mean by I want to explain me personally when I see these scenes and how they layered the writing. That's something some TV shows because they rush, I would imagine, where scenes don't have those layers, so sometimes they feel a bit empty. And again, matching the shot from before, leading that scene into this, that's why I love this shit. Keith David's like, did you really just shoot him? What the fuck? Spiderhead reminds me of Sega Genesis game called Alien Storm. I'm sure I played it, but I don't remember off the top of my head. Is that copper wire? He already took the cover off. What is he doing? This scene is the best. Blu-ray's crisp, way crisper, ultra 4K. I have the 4K, and the TV in the living room has 4K. That's the only TV. The only 4K player I have is my PlayStation 5. So during Christmas, actually, I'm gonna pick 2 or 3 movies, and I'm gonna put the PlayStation in the living room, and me and my daughter are gonna watch. I've never seen a 4K movie before. I'm a movie fanatic. I watched one over my friend's house, but it was a couple years ago. But he didn't have his TV settings right, I think, because it looked awful. It looked really bad. It looked like a soap opera, and it was like The Matrix or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So here's one thing I don't get in any movie. When they have to draw blood, why do they sever their arm? It's like, yeah, hey, let's draw blood and do this test. Okay. you know, like they take you just need some blood, and they'll take the knife and they're like, all the movies do that. It's like, do a little, you'll bleed enough, trust me. A little, and this guy almost goes under his nail. The fuck are you doing, bro? Jeez, stop, bro. How much cutting are you gonna do? You know how sharp those are? You can do this, and it's a wrap. It is a fucking wrap. I remember one time just messing around with. I was working in a factory, and there was this thing that had these zip ties on it, and I'm just going real fast, and I'm doing this with a razor. Ever do that quick? You catch yourself, and you're like, oh yeah, and it's immediately gushing. A little cut like that big, that wide, and it's leaking. This guy was like, yeah, let me get a good cut here. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Like, bro, calm down. This scene though is oh man. He's fucking relieved. And that distraction technique, they're gonna do it again in a way where they'll build up the argument after doing no, 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 no. They build up the argument, and then even the dialogue is leading you to believe it will be the next one, yada yada yada, and then it hits you. No, I didn't hit a vein. I've hit in a vein before. This wasn't a vein. This was just right in my thumb, nicked it, and it was. I'm not talking about like a pumper, but maybe I just bleed easy. I don't know. I've caught myself plenty where I've bled like crazy. Oh, maybe it was vein. I don't know. Maybe a little vein. Maybe you mean, but definitely not. Fucking definitely wasn't an artery. I tell you that right now. Oh shit. Not really. Self defense. He's like, yeah. Ready? I think they put like iron in the fake blood. It was something like that. So that way, when they did the magnet, that's how they get the blood to travel like that. You have to look it up in the special features, but I think that is the way they did it. Look how nasty that is. I don't like how the flamethrower don't work. It's too convenient. This is one of the flaws in the movie. One of the very few. Flamethrower at a convenience. It should have had problems in a previous scene to lead into it. Damn. This is funny too. It's like a little dummy in the background. He's just wiggling. Two dummies. That's not Kurt Russell. That's another flaw. Unfortunately, when you watch it in 4K, you can see these stuntmen in older movies like Terminator 2, all of Jean-Claude Van Damme's movies. You can see them clear. Like this is when they're on fire, you'll see some of them as well where they have the extra padding on. I mean, you just notice it. I don't I don't beat the older movies up because of that. Damn, his body blew up into pieces. That man blew up into litter. But yeah, I don't ride older movies too hard when they have, you know what I mean? The stunt man get caught in a ride the bike. You know, that's not him. I don't know if that was a stunt performer wearing like a fire retardant suit, but his movements are fucking on point there. Just that little jerking around. Yeah, the stunt doubles are crazy obvious. Yeah, Chekhov's gun is a really good way to, I believe it's spelled with a V though. Not to be a grammar Nazi, but uh, Chekhov's gun is like for anyone who hasn't looked into writing. The idea is if you are shown a gun, the gun's gonna get used essentially. Or if you're getting into writing, the idea is to show the gun on the table, for example, and then later use it. Don't have a character just essentially pull a gun out from their ass. Show it like, oh, they have a gun, they bought it. Stupid example, but that's like a writing quote. A lot of people know it. A couple people out there who might not be into writing, just to explain it in a lazy way. That's pretty much it. The old stunts were nuts. Yeah, the old stunts are nuts. This is great. Man, he seemed pissed. They just wait a beat on him. I wish NECA would make a Child's. NECA made a They Live, Keith David. I forget the character's name real quick. They made them in the retro. I don't like the retro style because it's like I don't know. It looks like it's not really well. I don't like it. Anyway, um they look like little dolls, you know? But I want them to make a Child's for because they already made Kurt Russell and it looks amazing. Yeah, remember how we were talking about Blair before? I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with he got assimilated right before he talked to Mac. It just I don't know, it fits so good for me. Worst stuntman ever with Schwarzenegger in the opening part of True Lies. Is it bad? I love True Lies. I haven't watched it in 4K though. I've watched it in Blu-ray, but like on a little tablet. I haven't watched it on a big TV. That's on my list to rewatch though. I recently rewatched Assassins, and you can see the stunt guy in two of those scenes. One for Antonio Banderas, and then one for Sylvester Stallone that I know of off the top of my head, and it looks terrible. Now this is a bit off. Blair is the alien now, and the alien is full on building a ship. This gets to be one of those moments where it's cool, but I'm not all that thrilled about it. But it fits. But I think for one, it's just too fast. It's just way too fast. And then next, the alien's monster like, but then it goes to show that it has to have something that is um sophisticated and domesticated enough, you know, to be an engineer. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's one of those moments where you need it though, because they came from a spaceship. So unless you do the alien route, which I think the alien route is perfect for that franchise, the alien was a weapon. So the alien didn't build ships, didn't fly. It doesn't think like that. It's not sophisticated and yada yada yada. I think that is fantastic. That's a bit of a bummer now. They used Childs to have him go and apparently cut off. You're led to believe it's Childs, you know. And again, a lot of this is ambiguous and that's the point of the movie, but you're led to believe that he's either human and he's genuinely, you know, hunting the alien, or he assimilated and, you know, he's sabotaging. But he exits now to show up later. I wanted more of Keith David in it, so it is a bit of a bummer that like he exits now, but he does make a return, which is cool for that ending that I like a lot, which is supposed to be ambiguous. Yeah, that's the thing about if it has that sophisticated way with it, like uh, that's one of the flaws I find, but if anyone's oh shit, if anyone's got better ideas to maybe help that blend into it, I'm all ears because sometimes that gets me a little bit when I'm watching it. Like, I don't know about that, bro. It's so bad. The stunt guy. I'm gonna have to go look at it now. You got my interest peaked. True Lies is that shit though. Now I heard Brendan Fraser wore a fat suit for his movie. I haven't seen it yet. Mr. T is wait, looks extremely real? What do you mean by that? Yeah, this is the oh shit part of the movie where it's like, are you really blowing up the whole place? Like, god damn. But when you're in, that's one thing I like about this ending. When you're in the position to essentially save the world, I mean, are you gonna keep trying to find another way, or are you gonna be like, listen, you know, this is it. He did gain a bunch of weight. I know there's a fat suit involved. I saw a image, unless that was different. I saw an image of a fat suit with him. Um, but I know he is heavier. So was it both? He gained weight and he wears a fat suit? Because he didn't gain all that weight. Because again, I saw like a scene where they were prepping and there was like they were holding up a fat suit. Unless I'm misremembering. I'm not down for all the cry baby shit with the fat suit. I don't care. Uh, Pretending like something isn't doesn't. I don't. I'm not down for any of that. Like you can show a positive and negative side to anything. So if you're cool with showing a positive side, then people are going to show a negative side. That's just life, you know. But there's certain things with reality that some people are just like, hmm. Yeah, I think that was their final chance. Oh yeah, these guys. One guy has a cool death, and then the other guy kind of doesn't. That's a little bummer. I like all of them to have a coolish death, or as cool of a death as possible. So he did gain weight and there's a suit. All right, that makes sense then. At least I'm not going crazy. Because I've seen that article. Because they won't shut up about whether or not it's right or wrong. I don't know. It's a movie. People want to pretend like they don't have, you know, they don't have their preferences. But come on now. Yeah, this part is cool with the fingers. If you watch the making of it, there's a couple seconds of them doing like filming of it, and it's kind of funny. But man, that's gross. Shuts them up and assimilates them. That would suck so bad. Look at that. Oh man, you just dragged them away. That's a cool little location they got there, or a cool looking location. It's probably a soundstage, but they have a cool look to it. Doesn't look like it makes much sense, for the area, but I like the look. Yeah, that's why I'm not a big fan of those three deaths. There's definitely tension there, though. No, I don't think that that thing needs a sequel or another prequel or anything else. Just leave it alone. I've only seen pieces of the original, the black and white one. Uh, Phantom Knight had a good question. He says, Ronnie, does the thing retain any knowledge of the host that it assimilated? It assimilated the pilot that flew the spaceship at the beginning. I believe as far as the movie itself, because again, there's a video game that answers the ending, which is a shame. That's so nasty. But there is there's partial recognition. So they won't remember like the all the right answers for their childhood and their lives and yada yada yada, but there's enough there that they can learn from, and it's very hinted at but not concrete. But if you read the novel, I'm pretty sure the novel says, ooh, I'm pretty sure the novel says, yeah. I forget the details though. And the game, I don't remember except the ending. The game confirms who was infected and who wasn't at the end. And the game is canon, by the way. Um, for anyone who doesn't know, the supposed to be. I just do the movie. I love the explosions too in the older movies because there's something about them. They're over the top, but man, when they pop off, they pop off. What year did that come out? Because I have the video game. The Thing video game. I have it for the PlayStation. It came out in 2002. The game is a sequel to the film and follows the story of Captain Blake, a member of the U.S. Special Forces sent to the Antarctic Outpost, blah, blah, blah. We'll read it after this, actually. That's for the game. Now, there's a couple things to notice if you're watching this now. A lot of fans have heavy debates on the breath of the characters. Now, here's where it gets slippery. Because there's a behind the scenes of someone on... If you look at Childs, doesn't have any breath coming out of his mouth. The actor and another person on the crew said that that's a sign that most likely, maybe... I think it was the actor, that he was the alien. Because Kurt Russell, you can see the breath coming out. Here's the only problem with that, though. Childs... Hold on. I love that part. On the I want to double check to see if they removed it, because on the VHS there is a little puff of whatchamacallit from Childs. It's so subtle, but I don't see anything. But Kurt Russell's like really breathing out the smoke. The idea is, yeah, see right there. He breathed out and there again, he did it again. So Childs is. Now there's a debate, and the reason fans debate is because I forget if it was John Carpenter or someone else said that that's totally on accident. That it was just that cold and Kurt Russell was yada, yada, yada. And there's something else about them sharing the drink too. I forget the details on that. Like it was a test, but there's something about the lighting, they said, that is why you can see Kurt Russell's breath and you can't see Childs. Someone on the crew, I'm pretty sure it was, damn it, someone in the effects came out and said that when they were doing the post-production, that was not talked about. That wasn't a thing. They weren't told to like remove it, yada, yada, yada. And so that's why it's a big discussion with fans and it's a big debate. This is a weird one where I personally love the fact that it ends on he is or isn't. Sometimes I like the idea that, they're both human. I think there's an ironic sense of leftover paranoia of them still finished with the alien, but they're still human. There's something in that I do like. But then there's also something I like about the fact that, yeah, he is an alien, and using the smoke is kind of like an indicator of a sign of life per se, or sign of no life. Real quick, another problem with the smoke is, in theory, the alien becomes and assimilates completely as a human and functions completely as a human. So they would in fact be warm and breathe out. If you take it that way, because keep in mind, if the alien didn't get warm like a human, then they could just touch each other. Oh wow, you're stone cold. You must be the alien, or something similar to that. When all the cells are going in your body, heart, yada yada yada. Because again, the alien replicates the entire human body. So if the human body is cloned, essentially, it's going to generate heat to stay alive. Everything, the cells need heat, the this need heat. So that's why the debate rages. I think for the fans personally, if I had to pick, I would probably pick as them both being human, because I like the ironic leftover paranoia. But I've read some of the debates between fans, and some of it gets pretty damn serious. Like some of the fans are like pretty determined to have their voice be like the remaining voice. Now, I'm going to get to comments in a second because I already seen people are talking about it, but the game, and I want to mention this because the game doesn't get talked about a lot at all when we talk about the ending, because the game is supposed to be canon. I don't consider it canon, so that's why I don't really mess with the game much. But it was made in 2002, and it follows the that Blake guy. The game begins at Outpost 31, so it begins where this ends, sometime after the events of the film. And introduction shows with a cutscene that has CCTV footage of a man in a blue coat exploring a mess hall in an unknown factory with a flashlight when someone begins asking for help in Norwegian, revealed to be a man in a combat medic uniform, seemingly wounded. Both men are promptly attacked by a monstrous creature. The man in the blue coat manages to fend off. Come on, get to the point. Where's a team of U.S. forces? Blah blah blah. Captain Blake is the leader. Blah blah blah. Pierce. Both teams are overall. Blah blah blah. Where is the fucking? I thought it did a. I thought it answered something for what happened to the both. I think they both died in the game, if I remember it right now, but I'm trying to look for it. In 2000, when Universal Interactive became blah, 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 look for potential video game. Who goes there? There is a book, the short story, Who Goes There, which already been. What's his name? The game was first announced in September 2000 when Universal Interactive and Konami confirmed the game would be a sequel to the 1982 film and would be released for next-gen consoles, of which only the Xbox was confirmed. Blah, blah, blah. I thought it would get to the point here. Speaking into 2014, the game's director, William Latham, reiterated Whatnot's claims, I don't know, that the fear and trust and infection systems came from a desire to reproduce a strong element from the film. It was early days for squad-based games, and fear and trust infection mechanic was quite innovative for the time. It came from very early meetings where blah, blah, blah. All right, I guess it's you're going to have to sit back and read this whole thing, but I'm pretty sure it covered what happened to McCready and them. I can't find it though. A friend of mine who has played it more recently reminded me of it because I just kind of blocked it out. There are references to the film in the game, audio tapes which were recorded by McCready during the film. Outpost 31's something or other, the wreckage of 31, okay, the wreckage of the helicopter, the miniature UFO built by Blair, oh nice, remains of Outpost 31's rec room with pool table and couch, the frozen body of Childs, so Childs is dead, McCready's bottle of Scotch whiskey, minus branding, the alarm siren. So Childs is dead in the game. What happened to McCready? I don't know. If anyone in chat knows, but that's a little bit of an Easter egg side note for. All right, let's go to the chat. That was a little bit of a side note for what happens after and all that. We'll see how you guys felt about the ending. I'm curious for your opinion about the ending. Since the thing has a prequel, do you think it needs a sequel? By the way, have you seen the original? Again, I haven't seen the original, and I don't think we need any more to Thing unless it can be done right in today's day and age. I don't know if I trust Hollywood with anything. Willow broke me. I grew up watching Mind Your Language. Imagine doing something similar today. Yeah. Used to be your headcanon. Origins of the Thing before the dog wolf gets it. Gets it? What do you mean gets it? Origins of the Thing. I don't. In the movie, they don't cover any other than it crash landed in Antarctic. You know, centuries ago, possibly. I don't know. Wait, there's a weird, sexy third comic. Really? Do you have a favorite Kurt Russell movie except this one? Oh man, a favorite Kurt Russell movie except this one. Um, let's see. Uh, I can't. I liked Stargate growing up. I can't pick it though, just because I like him in it. I like the story in it. But it does kind of have a generic kind of sci-fi vibe to it. Backdraft was great. I know. Uh, what was that other one? Uh, the newer one where he Hateful Eight was cool, but he's not in it as much as I wanted him to be. Escape from New York is probably the one that most people would pick. I'm gonna have to say, oh, that's right, he was in Tombstone too. Tombstone is the shit. Oh no, I forgot about Tango and Cash. Death Proof is up there. He's great in Death Proof. I'm gonna have to go with Bone Tomahawk. I know most people are gonna expect me to say Bone Tomahawk because I reviewed it and praised it for the past 3 years. It's one of my favorite movies. But I'm gonna have to go with Bone Tomahawk. But Tango and Cash is a definite second, maybe. um. Oh. Yeah, I'll go with Tango and Cash as a second. Him and Sylvester Stallone's back and forth. It's just cool, man. And Dark Blue. I thought that was Patrick Swayze. That was Kurt Russell. I haven't seen that in what 20 years. That was Kurt Russell. I mixed him up with Patrick Swayze. I was gonna rewatch that because it's an older movie, and I was like, oh, that's Patrick Swayze, but no. Oh, Dark Blue. That if you want to see Kurt Russell being Denzel Washington in Training Day, Dark Blue is like the white man's Training Day, or at least when it was coming out. That's what the trailers look like, you know. But I'm going with Bone Tomahawk, Tango and Cash, Escape from L.A. Uh, Death Proof. I don't know. No. Tombstone, then Death. Tombstone, then Escape, then Death Proof. That's my order. Anyhow, when McCready gives Childs the bottle and Childs gives him the little smirk and the music kicks in, I feel like that confirms that Child is the thing. I'm drawing a blank, but there was something about uh, handing him the drink, and there was something. I'm missing it though. I know I used to know it, but I know there's something with the drink, and for the life of me, I can't remember what it was. Or the theory that Mac put gasoline in the bottle and then laughed after Child's drinking it. That might be the theory, or that might be the thing I'm thinking of. But I remember there's something with the um, the bottle. Um, Hateful Eight is pretty damn good. Oh wait, let me back up. Okay, I did cover these. Yeah, when they did the requite, they decanonized. Do you mean the Do you mean the reboot? They decanonized the game. That's why I say it was my headcanon. Oh, I gotcha. But maybe nothing conflicted, so it retains status. I don't know. I'm not sure how that works with movies. I assume the reason I don't count it specifically is because the studios have a tendency to just say it's canon to get you to buy the game. And then when they want to do a new movie, they say that game, that book, that's not canon anymore because they want the freedom to do whatever they want. So that's why if it's not a movie, even when it's a movie, they're going to switch the canon. You never know. So I have the official canon in my head, and then I have like my personal canon as a fan. And I do that with all movies that I love that have like kind of unusual elements to them. Phantom Knight. Yeah, but here's the thing: Childs still has a puff because he's played by a human. But if they were purposefully filming that for the scene to look like that, they could do it without him puffing air. They could have easily done it in a way so he didn't speak any air out, And again, that goes into the debate. I personally don't care, but if I was to debate someone about a theory I would use that as evidence because it's clear evidence. You can't just say, "Well, he's a human, that doesn't count." Well, if you're going for a one for one, then uh, that would be like saying all no evidence matters because you could just say, "Well, it's a mistake." I don't know, but I don't believe there's anything canon. I know a while back I did read up on some of it just because I was finally curious on what the creators said, and I remember kind of being like, it's fan debates in a big way. So for me personally, it doesn't bother me what other fans think. So I know my ending. I flip flop between. I think I'm like 70% usually they're both human. I just like that. And then 30% of the time I'm like, yeah, Childs is an alien. I'm cool with either or. But I like it how it is though, how it's ambiguous. I don't need it to be answered for this particular movie. I like that ambiguousness to the ending itself. So I think if I had to pick like one ultimate ending, it's to not have it answered, to have that ambiguity there, that lingering, I don't know. On the Shout Factory commentary, the DP, Dean Cundy, says whenever someone becomes the thing, he would not have light in the actor's eyes. Cuddy says they left the eyes black when Alien takes over. I don't remember hearing that. That's definitely cool. Thanks for adding that. And that's on the commentary with Dean Cundy. That's what's up. Not for PC. Would be good to play on ultra settings. The JB bottle that Childs is drinking is a Molotov cocktail that had gasoline in the bottle. That might help better explain it. The Molotov, the gasoline in it to Molotov. I think that is what I was thinking of from something I heard a while back. That would be cool if that was like the official canon. That definitely would be cool. There's heavy elements of sci-fi reflecting the discoveries and descriptions of the selfish gene and its prescriptions of cancer as you sell, banning for themselves. Mr. Watch Party been playing dark and darker all day. Wanted to say, "What's up? What's up?" Ronnie McCready comes back at the ending of the game. Oh, does he? Oh, okay. So McCready is alive. It'd be insane to kill him because Kurt Russell became, at the time, 2002, Kurt Russell was still a big name, coming out of the 90s. So it wouldn't make any sense to kill him off. Then again, even Keith David is a big name in the horror franchises. So I would have kept them both alive for a sequel if I had my say, Check out that terrible something. Oh, yeah, True Lies stunt double. Tell me what scene and I'll look it up before we shut down. Yeah, duo of infected, a comic girl and guy, intersexual VD. Oh, wow, that's fucked up. And that's in the comic. Comics do some weird fucked up shits. Denise Richards is Starship Troopers' most perfect woman. Well, it's kind of hard to argue there, but I'm going to argue anyhow. Jessica Alba in, no, not Jessica. Jessica Biel in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Dear sweet Jesus, if I was around when they were filming and I had a van with some duct tape, and a get out of jail free card, it'd be a wrap. I would wear the leather face mask and it's game on. The new Gerard Butler movie looks sick. Yeah, that plain one looks all right. It looks like a popcorn flick. Best Kurt Russell movies are The Thing, Tombstone, Bone Tomahawk, Big Trouble in Little China, The Thing again. Yeah, those are all definitely good movies with him in it. Breakdown's a good. I watched parts of Breakdown recently, like 2 months ago. It was on TV in the very rare. I watched TV like an hour a year almost, like real TV. Anymore, if I want to watch something, I just put it right on. I don't even. I haven't watched a commercial in years. Shit you not. Unless I purposefully watched a commercial for, I don't know, a meme or something. Tombstone is amazing. A Hateful Eight is also very good in my opinion. Yeah, Tombstone is great. Do you think a younger Kurt Russell could have played Rick? I think a younger Kurt Russell could have got away with a Rick. I don't know about long form TV show, but Noble suicide was something horrible, subvert my household culture. Oh, gotcha. Thoughts on Windows dying in such a stupid way during the blood test scene. I think Windows' character that I wanted, I wouldn't have minded having more to him. And I think him not running, him freezing, it's okay. But I think what kills it for me is how rubbery they both look. But having the other three die in even worse ways, like the one guy walks off with like a candle and he's found dead, burnt up, You don't even know if you're not paying attention, you probably missed it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you probably totally missed it. So when there's a death like that, I'm glad we at least got something with Windows. The only thing I don't like is the rubbery bit. I'm not, against characters getting so scared they freeze, but having it rubbery and then him burning at the end too has nice twitches in it. But other than that, at least we got that instead of the other three. Two people just disappear, One guy at least gets face fucked, gets finger fucked in the face. I missed the watch party. What's going on? What we talking about? Oh, we're talking about the wrapping up the thing stuff. It's hilarious. Squatch Games got the license for Tammy and the T-Rex and can watch the whole movie in high life. I gotta look up. I don't know what Tammy and the T-Rex is. I have to look this up. I saw you guys talking about it in yeah, I saw you guys talking about this in Discord. I have no idea what Tammy and the T-Rex is. Oh my god, I do. I do know what it is. Jesus Christ. this movie's unfucking believable. That is Denise Richards. No wonder why you guys were talking about her. Tammy and the T-Rex. Oh my god. What year was that? And Paul Walker's young as shit too. Man, if I look like him, I'd get all the bitches. Oh, Denise Richards looks fucking fine. Even still, when is this picture? Well, maybe not as fine, but fine enough. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she looks fine as fuck. Well, maybe not so fine there. She's showing her age a bit, but we all do that, to be honest. Oh yeah, wow, she looks grumpy there. She looks like she also injected her face with some fucking Karen. That's Denise Richards looking like a fucking Karen. The only reason I say that is because she honestly looks like she injected her face with something, and it is swollen, don't it? I think celebrities need to stop doing that. Like, I probably could bet, not to be mean, but she's still beautiful. But I could bet $100. Oh, you guys can't even see. I could bet $100 that she had some work done, like shit that filled her face or whatever the fuck. And I'm probably right. And you need to stop doing that. Like her, Courtney Cox, Cox looked fucking cockfucked in the face. I don't know. She looked weird as fuck. And she even came out and admitted it. She was like, yeah, I was getting too much shit done. And for future females, celebrities, male or female, I mean, it's more noticeable on a female, I guess, because I'm straight, but stop injecting yourself naturally. If you're pretty, you're pretty. All of you are going to see a dive in interest because you're no longer hot. That's how the world is. Guys and girls. You take Paul Walker looking like a handsome young stud. If he fucking fell off and looked like, shit, and he's in his 40s, he's not going to have the same appeal. He's not going to have the same attention. A lot of these handsome child stars that look like a junkie when they're 40, the attention drops. It's not just a female thing. So a lot of people that age into it, bro, stop filling your face. You look better natural. You're all going to age no matter what. It sucks, but you look better natural, man. Knock it the fuck off. She's got some good pictures here, though. Something dangerous about that, though. Oh, looks could kill. I don't know her from any of this shit. Oh yeah, that's her from back in the day. Damn. But here's Tammy and the T-Rex. Yeah, I can't believe this movie exists, man. I didn't see this growing up as a kid. Not that I remember. It was probably on TV. He just swallowed. Is he supposed to be asleep? I remember this on YouTube after. And I remember it being the most. Oh, wait a minute. This is new. What is this? Official selection of 2019? But this is 1994. And they are younger. Did they redo this? I don't get the history of this movie. I didn't grow up with this movie. If it came out in 94, that's weird to me. However, it definitely didn't come out in 2019 because Paul Walker's been dead for years, right? I've first seen this on YouTube and I thought it was a fucking joke. Like, I did not think this was a legit movie. I thought it was a joke. And then I found out it was a movie and I was like blown away. Like, what the fuck? You serious? Anyhow, yeah, that is funny if they got that as a movie in the game. I wonder how they did that though. It's probably so cheap. They probably were like, give us $50, Doc tried to save the world. Mac tried to save the world. Everyone else just tried to save themselves. That could be a way to look at it for sure. I think the Doc, Blair was it was Blair, right? Yeah. I think he's the unsung hero though, because he legit tried to save the world and they thought he was crazy. Do you know Thomas Jane from The Punisher was originally planned to play Rick? Yes, I do know that. And I think I like Thomas Jane, but that's a terrible pick for Rick. No, I like Thomas Jane, but it just wouldn't work. Gremlins ? I love Gremlins. Starship Troopers is her prime sexness. I think there's my friend used to, well, kind of my friend, neighborhood friend, used to always talk about this bitch in Starship Troopers, man. Saying that was like his he used to say some fucked up shit, but that was his first fap or something. And I have not seen Starship Troopers since I saw it like when I first rented it. And let me find out, is that who he was talking about? Because there's other chicks in that too. Right? Or is that the sequel I'm thinking of? I'm going to look up now. See, Starship Troopers. Denise Richards. What is this? I haven't seen this movie. Again, 1997 is when it came out. I haven't seen it since then.
They're pretty bad.
So that's almost... Oh, they blew... I thought they crashed. They blew through the mountain.
Johnny, is that you?
Yeah, it's me. What's your position and situation?
We're in Bug City, 20 meters underground.
Just crashed into the mountain, Johnny. Denise Richards. Oh my god, it's so ridiculous. She's all like... Oh, Johnny's heartbroken. No, he lost his girl. Bro, I bet you I'm saving this movie. I'm gonna rewatch Starship Troopers as like a so bad it's good. Paul Walker was the first celebrity death that really hit me. I grew up watching Fast and Furious franchise as a kid. Yeah, I remember that one on TV, and I always wondered, like, man, you get in a position where you are legit like doing some shit. Why would you even risk it by just speeding? I never understood that. I think his friend was driving though, but yeah, that was fucked. I know a friend of mine was big into Fast and Furious. He took me to the first like 3 or something. I was never into Fast and Furious. I don't like cars. I don't give a fuck about a Bugatti. None of that shit. Like, I just don't care. I could be rich as fuck driving the car I got now. Like, not to say like I'm anti-money, but to say like as long as it gets me somewhere. If I was rich, I'd get something that got me bitches. I don't give a fuck. There's no other use for a car, other than show off. I don't care. So I wasn't into it, but my friend was, he was probably similar to you. He took it kind of rough. He was like, oof, I don't remember seeing Tammy and T-Rex as a kid either, but I remember that poster. Not Denise. Wild Things. I seen Wild Things though. Her and that girl from Scream. I remember Nev Campbell. Ooh, Wild Things. That was back in the day where they would advertise it like, "Yo, this movie got an NC-17, boy," and then you'd be like, "Let me check that shit out," and it would just be like tits. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like, "Oh, okay, they were, they were humping on each other. All right, barely." So I don't know. But when you're a kid, that's like, what? Nowadays it's different. You just go on Twitter, you watch everyone getting it on. McCrean, I don't know how to say that name, says, please tell me you get that it's anti-conservative, anti-fascist comedy, Starship Troopers, the movie. I don't get anything because I haven't seen it, and I damn sure wasn't thinking about conservatives when I was, 12 when that came out? So I was not thinking about conservatives at all, and I haven't even seen probably like a scene from that movie since 1997. So no, I don't know any of that. I wouldn't relate conservatives with being fascists anyway. I think that's like a moronic thing we do nowadays, but maybe back then there's a conservative fascism type of correlation, because I know current day Democrats are like the leading fascists in the world. They'll tell you what to think, how to think, what careers you can have. I mean, that is fascism. So, but I mean, I'll keep that in mind when I look at the movie, when I rewatch it. I didn't know it had that in it, but I'll keep that in mind for an extra laugh, because I'm not a big fan of conservatives, but I can't fucking stand liberals either. So best make out scenes in The Babysitter. Oh, yeah, she's like got that crazy hot look though. She's hot, but she's fucking crazy. There was no easy access internet back then. Things like Wild Things was all we had. Oh yeah, that was it. That was it. That, or I remember one time legit finding like a stack of. I think we were walking home from baseball. It's kind of creepy when you think about it now. Took a right into a patch of woods that like cut through, but we're talking like woods that you'd bury a body in. Like these are like the fucking Jason Voorhees woods, and then you go, shoom, and we finally got a garbage bag of some porns, and it's like, what is this garbage bag behind this rock? And we're like, oh boy. uh, um, well, I'll keep that in mind when I watch it. He says liberalism still means anti-authoritarian. You can feel that way. I mean, that could be that way in definition, but it's not in how Democratic leaders are running the Democratic Party today. I don't want to get into politics, but if anyone tries acting like Democrats aren't authoritarian, what's that idiotic group? Antifa. Those idiots are fascists. They go to places and they choose who's allowed to speak. That is fucking fascism. I don't understand these people that scream anti-fascism, that actively perpetuate fascism on other people. It's just mind-numbing. If I force you to how to think and how to act and how to do this, that's fucking fascism, So when Antifa rolls around with their little idiot masks and they demand that people can't speak, I don't give a fuck who the speaker is. I probably don't like the speaker. That's leading into fascism. Absolutely. The only thing you need to do now is do what you do on Twitter, which is to weaponize it outside of just idiots in masks running around. Whatever, bud. No, that's not. Half of your words are typos or misspellings. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, bud. If you don't think taking a group and going out and forcing people onto how to think, act, and feel is the pathway to fascism, then keep watching mainstream news and keep being brainwashed. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. I can't say it any clearer. Running Scared. Oh, I remember Joyride, Paul Walker's best two films. Running Scared. Which one was that? I remember Joyride though. Joyride came out in 2001. Damn, that's been a minute. Running Scared. Which one is that? Oh, wait a minute. I seen that. Running Scared is the one where the kid gets shot in the beginning. Or wait a minute, you think it's Paul Walker shot in the beginning? Something like that. That was decent. That was decent. That was like a decent like popcorn flick. Running Scared. Yeah, what's his name is in it? The guy from Bronx Tale. I can never pronounce his name the right way. I'll be damned. I haven't seen that in a minute. What year did that come out? 2006. That was a good popcorn flick. Hey, Abraham is in it too. I gotta watch that again. Running Scared. I haven't seen that in a long time. I gotta see that in a long fucking time. I agree with you fully, Mr. Creenan, or whatever. I don't know how to say your name. Words do have real meanings. I agree 100%. Like a man is a man. There's no way around it. Words have words. We need it to have meanings because without it, we would not be able to communicate. If I told you to take the car off the kitchen table, put it in the washing machine, and get the vet bill out of the top of the tree with the dog, and the toe, and you can lick your nipple, you would look at me like I have no clue what you're talking about. And I told you to hit the like button and subscribe. If words don't have meanings, we can no longer communicate. That's not where we're in agreement of. My whole thing is there's people out there, yes, the Democratic leadership currently call themselves liberals all day, but they're fascists. Or they're using at least what's a good way to put it? Fascist tactics to remain in power, control the news, media, yada, yada, yada. I mean, oh, okay. You're sidestepping the conversation. Gotcha. All right. It's not fascism. It's anarchy. I'm so sorry. Like anarchy's even better. And you know what? The people that I went to school with that were the anarchists were the biggest pussy pieces of shit you ever seen. They want to be all edgy. We're anarchy until I punch you in your fucking mouth. You know what I'm saying? They were the biggest. They were always skinny, didn't bathe, greasy hair, with chains, like ripped up clothes. They were like the edgy little shitlords. And then they were anarchists until you met them outside the fucking roller ring and beat their fucking ass. And then they were whiny little bitches. I think anarchy, when you're a teenager or maybe 10, it has like this whole like, fuck the law, I do what I want. But that means other people more equipped than you can do what the fuck they want. I don't want other people that are way more equipped, because you know what's going to happen? They're going to run right through all of us. So you can call it anarchy, you can call it fascism, you can call it Antifa, which are fake anti-fascist idiots. Fuck them all. Fuck them all together, in a group, in a cluster. Fuck them all. What else? We have real conversations other than Antifa lover in the crowd. You cannot act like I don't know if there's a cleaner way to do it, because it's not like you have it's not like it's an installed government, like a fascist government. You can't act like a fascist government would and then be like, oh, we're not fascists. We're totally like something else. If you're acting like a Nazi, just because you say you're anti-Nazi, I'm going to look at you like you're a Nazi. I mean, there's barely a difference when I look at people that claim to be. Nope, no, thank you. Well, they can all go to hell. I don't care, Mr. Creenan. I don't give a fuck. You know. If you like Paul Walker, go watch 8 Below. It's a tearjerker. 8 Below. Let me look that up. All right, we're gonna be ending it now. Any last minute discussions or stuff coming up? I do want to mention a little bit of a schedule real quick. Because Eight Below. Let me see this real quick. Oh, where'd it go? I don't remember this movie. I kind of remember the poster. Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. I'm looking at the poster like, wait a minute. That looks a little familiar, but I'm not. Nah, I'm good. No offense. I'm not into the whole like. I'm more darker, grittier movies. You know?
Ronnie, thanks for a great watch party.
Jesus.
Cannot wait for your floor versus or on this movie. Anyways, Merry Christmas to you and Julia and the Map family.
Yo, wait, let me get motherfucking Phantom Knight coming in with a fucking game changer. I didn't know you were gonna. I didn't know you were down for the fucking watch party banger, brother. Cause we had originally canceled out. For anyone who didn't know, Phantom Knight had requested the Thing watch party, and we had to cancel it. And then a storm came, we had to cancel it more. So I just figured we were doing it because we had set it up. But thanks for coming in and saving my ass just before Christmas, giving this family a little bit of an extra bump. Thanks for the good watch party. Gonna wait for Laws on this movie. I'm a little nervous about doing a flaw and all on this movie, but I already have it written down as one of my goals, and I'll get to that in a second. Let me just make sure I do put that down real quick, because that is hold on. That is no. I wrote down flaw versus all thing, and I meant like schedule. Schedule is the thing we're coming up. That's the movie I had wrote down, and I want to make my damnedest shot at getting the Thing flaw versus all done relatively early on in 2023, and also Predator a little after that. Now, my main goal is the Thing, Predator, Predator 2, Predators, and Prey. If Predator does good, but real quick, my schedule though would be. We did Train to Busan. Next is going to be Boondock Saints in a couple days. Then on the 23rd, just before Christmas, I want to get Krampus out, which Krampus was the fourth one I've ever done, but I'll do Bone Tomahawk. That was my third one. I'm going to do that one after Christmas in January, because what I want to do is I need to get some editing done, fixed in the first Friday. And I would like to get the Halloween done next. So we're going to be kind of switching the orders of the flaw versus all a little bit. I'm going to get a few out, get Joker out, get Halloween out, do the new Halloween ends. So that way with the flaw and all, we get brand new material mixed in with some of the ones we've already done. And some of the ones we've already done have some stuff that's re-edited in them. And then I would love to get started on the Thing. And hopefully I can drop that. I don't know where it'll fall in the Friday the 13th when I'm dropping those, because I would really love to have the Thing drop. I'm still uploading the Fridays. And then I want to work on the Predator, Predator 2, Predators, and Prey. So that way, hopefully I have at least Predator and Predator 2 done. So when we get to them, we can drop them. and do it every week so we can have a Predator month, and we're one a week. Brand new flaw and all. I mean, that's like one of my ultimate goals. So for 2023, that's the thing. Now, that being said, I'm going to have to, we're going to possibly do some watch parties on this channel in January, just because I'm not going to get a lot of content done for this channel in January if I'm properly setting up the Flaw Saw, because I won't be able to split my time enough to be able to, put out stuff every other day on this channel, or even like a couple times a week. So we are going to mix it up a bit, but it'll be in the benefit of those Flaw Saw, and that is to have at least 2 brand new videos done at all time on my end, while we're still uploading on your end. You see what I'm saying? So that way I can tell you guys, yeah, we have a video next week no matter what, instead of saying like, yeah, it's coming, a month, 2 months, I don't know, whenever I get time to work on it. So that's my ultimate goal. So the thing is definitely on it, and I am using this watch party as a starting point for the script. And if you guys are interested, again, big thank you to Phantom Knight. If you guys are interested, I'm definitely not looking for Phantom Knight bombs every time we do watch parties. That'd be insane. But if you guys want to at least hang out a little bit, we can do a watch party for Predator coming up, Predator 2, Prey, Predators and Preys, and Prey. But you guys have to just let me know with some comments. Comments, thumbs up. Maybe we'll do at least one of them and see how it is, see how this one does. Because that way we're at least hanging out on this channel doing something that I can get double use out of, where we watch it and hang out, but I'm also kind of dissecting it for the flaw and all that's coming up after. So, and Merry Christmas, Phantom Knight, to you and your family. Juliet's going to have a blast, and I hope the Map family has a great one as well. But thanks for saving my ass, definitely. I had a couple nights there where we, the app shut down. I trusted that damn app to make some money. That was a mistake. I was going to make some extra cash with DoorDash, and the app fucking closed out. For 2 days, it kept going. Nope, failed. Try to run an order, it would shut down and crash. So you saved my ass, though. So I really appreciate the support. You gave me at least a heads up of something I got to do, for real. Into the Blue, pretty good too. Paul Walker was a national treasure. I know a handful of people that were definitely gutted when he crashed and died. So, has Juliet checked out Hogwarts Legacy yet? Bet she'll like it if she's into that. No, she hasn't. I tried to get her into. I did try to get her into Harry Potter, but I don't know. It's. That, and there was something else. There was Harry Potter and there was something else. I think she's more like me, man. She's into like some slashers, the horror movies. You know what I mean? Yeah, Mr. Keenan. Again, I don't know. Sometimes I can see people falling for maybe your conversation that don't know any better. Not that I'm like Mr. Big Shit, but I see what you're doing, and it's just not going to work. You're saying one thing, which is not what I said, and then you're putting something else on me, which is also not what I did. I'm talking about specific character actions. I don't care about redefining words. You want to do that, go for it. That's not the argument I'm making, or that's not at all what I'm saying. And I'm not even trying to. I can see how you're kind of warping the conversation into a path where you have more ground to debate, but that's not going to work, because no. And Mr. Keenan, I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina. Any fucking day, come to my PO box, give me a call, hit me up in the comment. Any day. I mean, fucking any day. I'm not hard to find, bro. There will be an updated one in like 2 weeks, though, so keep an eye out for that, because I won't be showing up at the old one after about 2 weeks, so heads up there. But yes, everyone knows I'm in Raleigh. It's blue is great. Well, okay, got that. It's a success. Your thoughts on James Gunn? Oh, and we talked about Anarchy too, by the way. Some little shitheads when I was growing up. So again, you heard something, you turned it around, and now you're saying something different. You're just not with the program. So, thoughts on James Gunn finally putting the DCEU to bed and starting over? He's completely rebooting the franchise. Thank Christ. This is a tricky one. I think Henry Cavill got shafted hard on Superman, so this is a tough one. I think DCEU needed some sort of jumpstart and correction. However, I don't think they need to jumpstart it by going into it saying, okay, we're going to build an entire universe. I think they should really go down and focus on, hey, can we really tell some great stories here, here, and here? And if at all possible, if they do succeed, is there a pathway to unite them in some way that's an event that's interesting, that, you know, that kind of reshapes how we view superhero movies? And I think, mark my words, Henry Cavill will be Superman again, if not soon, right away. He's not going to be right away, apparently. But he will potentially play an older, aged, more gritty, serious with some levity, or maybe even the reverse of that, an aged up Superman. Like how, let's say, Ben Affleck did like a beat up, older type of Batman. I bet you any money, because Henry Cavill's a good fit. And if you look at fans that'll be nostalgic for Henry Cavill, Superman, when they're a bit older now. So at the very least, I could definitely see them bringing him back in 20 years in the worst case scenario and doing some sort of twist on Superman like that. I think that would be something that they could do. But I still think he got shafted. So it's good that they're redoing something with the DCEU. And although I don't have any faith in what Hollywood's cooking up, it's good and bad, and it's only bad because I think Henry Cavill got the short end of the rope. You know what I mean? Well, I'm assuming you said that because you already know my info is public, so I was going on the basis of that. I really don't care about. I don't know, Mister. I have a friend that talks very fucking similar to you, where they'll say something like, "Man, my dog shit in the yard," and I'll be like, "Don't let your dog shit in the yard," and they'll be like, "What do you mean, my dog shit in the yard?" And I'm like, "Wait, hold on, you just told me your dog shit in the yard," and it's like, "Well, no, I don't want my dog to shit in the yard," and I'm like, "Well, did he or not? Because you told me you no. I'm saying if I get a new puppy, what new puppy? My girlfriend's puppy. You have a girlfriend? Yeah, the one in my trunk. Why the fuck is your girlfriend in your trunk? Bro, there's nothing in my trunk. What are you talking about?" It's very similar to this, You accused me of redefining words. I mentioned it, and now you're saying, "What are you talking about?" I don't know, bro. I'm at a loss. The only thing I care about is telling good stories. I like good stories. I want good stories. That's it. Movies, comics, video games. I want good stories. That's it. I don't know what the fuck you're getting at, bro. You can have it, though. I don't know. That's all yours. I don't see any serious other discussions, though. What DC has made us just crazy. Wait, what DC have made us just crazy? Oh, what is... Wait, where'd that is go? It moved. Where did you go? Wait, where did it go? What DC have made us just crazy? What is? Where does that is go? What is DC have made? What DC is? What DC is? I don't know. I'll agree with you, though. I'm more of a Batman type person, though, so thank God for Reeves. I'm definitely more of a Batman than a Superman ever since I was younger. Uh, I'm still waiting for like that ultimate fucking Superman movie though, for like my personal tastes. It doesn't have to be, but I'm still waiting on it. I got dumbfounded by maybe I need a re-education, but how can you have no rulers yet rules? If you don't have rulers, then how do you have rules? I just don't buy any of that. Snyder stink. That's just anarchy stuff. Just sounds like the edgy kids I knew in school. Like it just sounds like edgy teenagers that don't have any life experience. I if anyone out there is in the anarchy, have at it. I don't care. It'll never happen. You'll never get it. Why? Because there's rich people that control the world. That's just how it is, and you'll never beat them, stop them, put them down. So we're stuck with whatever best thing we can create. However, just the whole thought of some of that, it just sounds like people with no life experience, or they just hope that they cannot be told what to do, which is just not real. Snyder's stink. Uh, wait, Snyder's. Oh, I see. That's a skunk. Was something Cavill was never able to wash off. Period. Man of Steel paved the way for Henry Cavill's did I say that right? Inevitable downfall of Superman. Movie was too divisive. I have to say that I had a like to some of the more grounded aspects of Man of Steel. However, I agree with Henry Cavill where he was just a mopey little fucker, in Man of Steel. And some people really like that. And I think you can be lost and try to find your way, and you can have these really heavy and serious elements, but you can still have that like charming, charismatic, uplifting, hopeful Superman at the same time, and in a way, the contrast of that can breed some really interesting storytelling. So I can see why people don't like it. I can see why they were, people appealed to it a lot, but um, this I will have to say I thought the Justice League was fucking awful. I did, man. It was bad. I don't care if Snyder did it. I don't care if that other guy did it. Who was the other guy? I don't care. It was just bad. I didn't like it at all. I thought the Flash was trash ever since he revealed himself to be an absolute piece of shit in real life. I thought his chemistry as the Flash was mostly just terrible. I even like what's his name a lot, and I don't think they did anything cool with Aquaman. I don't know, but I really like the actor. He's a lot of charisma and charm, and I just didn't think. I thought it was just the generic. Oh, we got this side character. We have to build him up so we can put him in the other movie to make more money. Okay, do something with it. Here, all right, generic story, print it out. Okay, there we go. Same thing with who's the guy from Teen Titans, Cyborg. That could have potentially been a more interesting story. You take a young, good-looking jock, the prime of his life, and maybe have him, especially it was high school football, right? College football, whatever. But you have this good-looking jock with a ton of potential and future potential for a career, life, love, happiness, whatever, and then turn him into this cyborg freak in a way. You can have an interesting separate movie that leads into a Justice League that probably could have been one of your most surprisingly powerful performances. And I just felt like they said, who gives a fuck? Why do any of that? We need the Justice League right now. And I never really had a good opinion of Wonder Woman. Some of those, the way they do Wonder Woman, I don't get it. Because 1 minute she's as fast as a speeding bullet. The next minute she needs Flash's help because she's not as fast. I don't know. I've heard fans say it like, oh, but Flash is like .9995899 a little bit faster. And it's like, all I know is they both are as fast as a speeding bullet, so fuck off. Like as a generic, as that, not generic, but more casual, like, I don't want to dive into numbers. I just want to know they both can outrun a bullet. Oh, okay. That's it. Like that's as fast. That's my mind breaks after that. Done. Burn Bright is my type of Superman movie. Burn Bright had some potential. I think what them limiting it to a smaller area kind of hurt them a bit for my enjoyment, but I wish they would let go with that, right? I don't really care about Anarchy, bro. Yeah, I just don't. The only Anarchy I care about is Sons of Anarchy. That's all I give a fuck about. Yeah, I don't give an absolute fuck. I do have to go, though. Well, I think Burnout from DC and superhero movies is definitely up there. I saw a. I'm trying to think because I saw a uh oh my god, is there a name for it? The new Avengers, where it was uh oh man, the Falcon, which is now Captain America, which is so fucking stupid, because that's fucking stupid. The Falcon's the Falcon. He's not Captain America. If he was Captain America, then why the fuck did you make him the Falcon? It's so idiotic. And not only that, he's cooler as the Falcon. Like, how do you do that? How do you fuck that up? How do you go, oh, look at this cool Falcon motherfucker's got wings and all this other tech shit on him? Given they should have gave him a cooler suit. They just gave him these wings. Man, listen, imagine if you gave him like half an Iron Man look. You know what I mean? Like some kind of epic little, some extra shit instead of just the wings. But anyhow, you got the Falcon, Captain America, She-Hulk, and a number of other like just terrible characters that they've been doing on Disney Plus. Wow, that's the new face of the Avengers, bro. Talk about flop, man. Jesus. Eric, thank you very much. Take care, everyone. Happy holidays. Definitely, everyone have a good holidays. I'm gonna get rolling. I do want to talk with my chat in Discord. Anyone who wants to roll over to my Discord, I do want to talk with you after that. Get some opinions about tonight and the future of what we can do as leading into some Flaw and All content. And James Gunn produced Brightburn. Gotcha. I'm more interested to see how much actual input he had creatively into that. And I've seen his work on he did Guardians of the Galaxy, right? So he's definitely done stuff that I've liked, other than even besides Guardians of the Galaxy. But I think when it comes to Hollywood, 90% of the time overall, I don't have any faith in them. Willow was the final straw that broke my back. I'm done. I've been a normal person the rest of my life. I've been a normal person most of my life. For the rest of my life, I'm doing everything in my power. Even if we make little tiny itty bitty short movies, I think we need to invest in a new Hollywood. I think that's the only thing that's going to do it. Whether it's some millionaire deciding, multimillionaire deciding, you know what, we can do an indie. Because the reason why they didn't do it in the past is because you needed the movie theaters. And no one talks about the dirty little secret of Hollywood, but the big old Hollywood rapist, what's his name? Harvey Weinstein. Him, his brother, his organization, other studios, and who runs them. They would lock people out of deals when it came to releasing in movie theaters. You either went through there's some real kind of business, but pussy in a way, like, dirty business tactics they would do, and they still utilize that today. It's either eat from their hand or you can fucking try doing it on your own and you'll never succeed. Now, I have no problem in saying, like, I think you're an idiot and you can't write at all and you're dumb. So here's all the, you can have the people, try to sell them your stupid story and whatever you're selling. Go for it. I think you're a failure. I don't think it'll work. Have at it. But what they actively do is they say, oh, let me have a piece, or you can't get in our boys and girls club. I think, and the reason back then it mattered is because you only had limited outlets to get promotion out. But then once you did, you had to get into the theaters. Once you got into the theaters, what did you need? An MPAA rating. Who's close to the MPAA? Certain players. Once you got an MPAA, once you were in the theater, then what did you have to do? A distribution deal. Who has distribution? A certain number of players. So nowadays, you can literally do it all yourself, do every fucking thing yourself. Done deal. Here, bang, 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 bam. And if it works, like the guy who did the little Jason fan film, it worked for him enough to start growing something. And I wish him and everyone else all their best, because if you guys can grow from a little fan film to a little something, the guy making Terrifier, at least for right now, he's doing it big, right? He's on his own. And he might be getting some help from the industry from, this and this and this, but these are people coming up doing their own thing. I don't know too much about his situation, so I'm not really sure, but I think that needs to be our direction as consumers going into indies. Now, it's a little bit of a bias because once I make a few moves, I'm going to be heading in that direction myself. I'm already in there in the comics because I already published a comic, doomsdaykingdom.com. So, but sometime in 2023, I'm going to look at realistically on if there's some small baby steps I can make. I'm already talking with someone about doing a script. We were talking about payment just a little while ago. I'm going to get back in touch with him and we'll do a real deal, something or other. But indie stuff, and the people can decide whether we make it or not other companies that want to get a piece of the action. All right. Like MPAA, fuck them. We don't need them. If we make a movie, fuck them to hell. They fucked our favorite movies all throughout our life over bullshit, over what side of the bed they woke up on that day. They woke up and they were like, yeah, you know what? This Jason, he stabbed this guy, and there's just 2 seconds too long. No, those 2 seconds will turn all our children into serial killer cannibals. You have to take it out. And that titty shot, it's only a quarter of a titty, but it's too much titty. You could cover up a quarter of that quarter of a titty and we're good. But if you show a little too much of that quarter titty, no thanks. And then also you have that one scene where I saw her butt, but there was a little bit of a crack. If I can see the crack, that's a no-go. That'll turn all our kids into sluts. And also, there was this one scene where you crushed a guy's skull and a little spurt of blood came out of his mouth. If I see that spurt of blood, nope, NC-17, because that's going to turn all our children into fucking monsters. It's just stupid. It's absolutely stupid. So we could just put it out and do it on our own. I think that's why I respect Terrifier too, because they came out NC-17, like, fuck that, fuck a rated R. And they did pretty good, I think. Anyhow, I'm going to shut up. I want to talk to guys in Discord. Be safe. I'll see you in the next watch party. I really did have a good time hanging out with you guys. Thanks for everyone who donated, and especially Phantom Knight with the fucking banger. Saved my ass big time. Have a good night, and be safe, everyone. Especially certain people that want to start some shit. You be safe out there, because, well, that came out wrong. I meant like, we can talk shit to each other, and I don't care. You can go off and live your life, and I ain't mad at you. You can even come back and hang out. I don't care. I ain't mad at you. Yeah, that came out. It came out like a threat. You be safe, motherfucker. All right. Have a good night.